All right, fellas, we are live. Welcome to KBN Live, everybody. Thanks for jumping on here tonight. Yeah, we got a full squad, a full panel on here with us tonight. If you're just jumping on, help us out and share this over to the KB Nation group page or to your local group page. Definitely over to the Moyak page. We got Josh on here with us, and anywhere else that people might want to hear this information. But thank you guys for taking the time to get on here with us. We got David Cruz, my buddy down there, special step-in co-host. And then we've got Josh Boothe and Tyler Cole from the new All-American Kayak Classic. You know these guys from the tournament trail anyway, but thanks for jumping on here, guys, to talk about this new tournament we have coming for us in 2020.
Hey, thanks for having us on, man. We're really excited about this.
Oh, yeah. It's
absolutely.
Yeah, people are pumped. Everyone that has talked about it or seen it, I don't think the word's gotten out that big yet. I mean, some people know about it. It's the ones that do know are excited, but you know, as the word spreads, I think this thing's going to be huge, and you know, we're excited to have another big open to shoot for, or not an open, but another big tournament to shoot for. Which one of y'all want to tell us why this even came to fruition? I know there was some, behind the scenes talk about why this was needed, so jump on there and give us some details about how this came to life.
I mean, yeah, it all kind of started about a year ago. There's a group of us that were camping out up at La Crosse, actually. Tyler was there, Matt Barnes, I think Marty was there. There's several guys that were there, and we were just talking about how, the old TOC was there for the top 5 anglers or top 10, in each club, and then that when Hobie changed it, they turned it into a new format, which is cool the way the new TOC set up now. But it also left a void, of a tournament that was just for the clubs. No affiliation with any memberships. It's just for the club members to try and qualify for, through their Angler of the Year race. And so we felt like, that tournament's not there anymore, but we were looking around and we got a whole bunch of tournament directors from the Midwest sitting right here around this campground. So we were like, you know what? We can do it ourselves. We don't need a corporation to do it. We don't need an entity. We don't need to have a series. Let's just make a tournament for the anglers. And that's kind of where it began, right there around that campfire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there was a void there for sure. We love the new TOC and what Hobie's done with that, but there was a definite void there, and I don't think people east of the Mississippi River really didn't seem to get involved with that as much. But for people to the west of the Mississippi and over, all the way out to Colorado, that was a huge event every year.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people pissed off about it. Matt, like, what happened? So maybe this allow them to fish a tournament just like the old Tournament of Champions and fill that in.
Yeah, it'll be kind of the best of both worlds. The TOC is off and rolling, and now it's kind of the elite event for kayak fishing, and then boom, here comes All-American. It can maybe step right in there as I hate to say an everyman's, but you know what I'm saying, something that the local clubs can send people to without having to travel and spend so much money all over the country to get into something big like this.
Yeah, it's pretty centrally located. It's Missouri's largest lake. I know a lot of guys come and love coming down and fishing Table Rock and some of the other lakes that, the Moyak series fishes on. But Truman is a really unique lake. It has so much different types of water. It's all public land all around it, so you can pretty much launch wherever you can find a place to park. You're not trespassing anywhere. So you can find roads that just dead end right into the water, people that like to explore and go find those places that are off the hidden path. That's a pretty cool lake for it. And, Everhorse, they came to me with this idea. They wanted to sponsor a tournament. They wanted to put on a big tournament. They've done a lot of big crappie tournaments in the past. They've done a lot of big events. They're not new to tournaments at all here in Missouri, but they're new to the kayak side of things. And so they approached me, and, they wanted to do something for the kayak community in this area. And then they asked me, what can we do? How can we set this up? And I was like, you know what? I got an idea. Me and Tyler, we've already talked about this. We can create this new tournament that's for the clubs. It's going to be for their top guys and Angler of the Year points. We're going to put on, we're going to provide camping. We're going to provide food. We're going to give away thousands of dollars worth of free prizes and raffles. And it's just going to be a fun, laid-back time where guys can come hang out at the end of the season, share stories, kind of the last term of the year. One of those kind of things. No stress, no pressure. You're not qualifying for no points. You're just competing for some money and hanging out with your buddies. That's what we want it to be, camaraderie. Grassroots, old style. What tournaments used to be. Back when we started.
That was a big thing for me. I mean, I went down to Fork and pulled off a win down there.
I remember.
Not sure how. Yeah, it's right back here.
But first time the trophy left Texas, I think that was here, huh?
Yes, it was. And that was big for me starting off, because it was huge to fish Iowa my first year. I'm like, this is so cool, and now I get to go travel to Texas. It gives the newer anglers, the close to home anglers, a place to really go battle against everybody else and meet everybody else.
So this first year, I know it's up there in Missouri. Is there a plan to keep it up there somewhere? Are you guys looking at moving it around, or what do you think?
We haven't got that far yet. I think we're planning on keeping it there, but we're open up to options. If this can really grow, then there's no reason why we can't spread this around, and let other clubs host it. Maybe get a rotation going,
So this is going to be a once a year thing, not like going to 3 and the best 5 out of the 3, whatever. Just one event open to everybody.
One tournament open to anybody. Even if you don't qualify in your club's Angler of the Year race, you can still come fish the open shootout the day before.
There you go.
And you can qualify through that way too. Anybody, and you don't even have to be part of a club. You can just come fish. Come hang out. Maybe you've never even experienced this stuff before, and you just want to see what it's like. And you want to come see what it's like to be part of the family. I mean, that's what it's going to be like. There's no, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but this is a tournament for the
KBN. Say it.
This is a tournament for the anglers. It's not controlled by any corporation nor any entity. There is no profit being made off this by anybody. This is just Everhorse wanting to put on a great event for kayak anglers, and me and Tyler and some other guys behind the scenes wanting to just put it on. That's all it is, pure and simple.
That's awesome, man. Hey, and if you guys are just jumping on here, we've got hovering around 50 people on the live stream right now. Please shoot your questions to us. We're going to try to catch them as fast as we can. I know, that's one of the reasons we're going to have these guys on here is if you have a club that's interested, drop your name in there. If you have a question about the tournament setup, ask it. This needs to be a Q&A for the evening.
Yeah, ask away.
I have a question.
All right. Yes.
What's the criteria? If I let's say I have I run a local club down in, I don't know, somewhere BFE, and I want my club to send their top 5 to your event. What's the criteria, and how do I get involved in the whole movement?
Yeah, the criteria for that is your club has to have at least 3 tournaments with a minimum attendance of 10 each. So that's pretty easy to make. I mean, 3 tournaments with at least 10 guys there. If you meet that, then you're in.
And then how many get to qualify from each club, depending on the size?
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do top 10. That's going to be for the Angler of the Year points. We're going to award 2 for tournament directors. Now, the tournament directors can claim that spot and come and fish, or they can roll it down and give it to somebody in their club. That's up to their discretion. We're not going to control that. We're just going to give 2 more spots for tournament directors. On top of that, we're going to do 1 more, which we're going to call the Sportsman of the Year Award, which is something we kind of started in Moyak this year, and I kind of like to spread it into this as well, where a club can actually vote on an angler, or maybe the tournament directors appoint an angler that they feel is worthy to be there that didn't necessarily qualify.
Right.
And that angler is going to get 50% off their entry fee.
That's
and so basically it's going to be 13 slots per club total. So 10 for Angler of the Year, 2 for tournament directors, and then 1 to be voted on or awarded to someone deserving within the club. We'll leave that up to the clubs too.
That's awesome. And maybe the clubs could cover the other 50% of their entry fee for the sportsman. That'd be kind of nice. They slid
exactly.
And
absolutely.
As an old school tournament director, as a guy that's done it for a few years, I appreciate the tournament director spot too. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was much needed. I mean, like the sportsman's award, we've all fished tournaments, you know, and we're like, hey, you know, that person really stands out, you know, and I just thought it was kind of a neat way to give back a little bit, you know, whether it be somebody that brought their kid along or, you know, because I've met some pretty awesome kids on the Iowa trails.
Yeah.
And just give back a little bit.
Yeah, that's great, and it really speaks to what you're talking about as far as a grassroots kind of tournament that's about the anglers and not about points or whatever. You want to get as many people out there that deserve to be out there. That's
yeah,
awesome.
we want the clubs to be well represented. We still want it to have a little bit of an elite feel, but we don't want to cut everybody out too, you know?
Right.
We still want it to be... And on top of that, we are going to have a club versus club competition as well too. We're going to take the top 3 anglers score from each club. We're going to combine them, and then whoever's club's top 3 scores is the highest, they're going to win a trophy for the top club.
Traveling trophy?
Yep.
Traveling
just
trophy.
like they used to do at Big in the Hill. That I think was it John Morris or Josie Stone that started that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept. Yep. So we're going to do something similar to that too. So the clubs can have a little bit of a rivalry going on too. You know, a little bit of competition, club versus club.
How many clubs you got signed up right now? If you know off the top of your head.
I think we're up to about 32 clubs right now.
And each club sends about 10 to 13.
Yes.
Holy.
That's how many's committed. I know, and really not like you said earlier. Not that many people know about it yet. So.
All right.
That's changing tonight, buddy. That's changing tonight.
Well,
yeah. Man, yeah. Imagine 32 clubs send 10 people each. What the heck? You get, can that lake handle 300-400 people?
Yes, they can.
With that question, there's a question on the comments, and it's how much camping will be available there?
Yeah, and that's the thing we're working on right now. It's like the only question mark left in this. We've got several campgrounds. We've got a couple private ones that we can get. We're just not sure how many people can fit in there. And I've talked to Gary and Jared today up at Everhorse, and they're going to be having those conversations with those campgrounds in the next week or two to get that locked in. I mean, we've got plenty of hotels, and there's a lot of lodging there if you don't want to camp. As far as camping goes, I don't know for sure yet. I'm hopeful we can get up to 100, but I can't say yet.
Any kind of lodging discounts, hotels and whatnot that are working with you?
Yes, and that's in the works too. We might actually just get a discount from the city of Clinton.
Katie just posted a link to the Truman Park or Missouri State Parks and stuff, so you can look up the camping if you're into that kind of stuff right now. It's up there on the comments.
Katie, Clutch Katie.
Yeah,
I almost like calling her Clutch Katie every time.
Yeah,
she's on it. She's on it every time.
No kidding. And on top of those public campgrounds, we're trying to get a private area reserved too, where everybody can set up, and you know, we might even have some vendors on site, or we can do a swap meet or something. You know, something along those lines where guys don't even have to pay to camp. You know, but like I said, we're not going to have room for everybody, so we're still trying to figure that out.
Get them hotels ready.
This kind of blew up really quick, so we ran out of campsites. So we're working on it, and we'll have it figured out within the next couple of weeks to a month. It'll be before the season starts.
All right, we got any more questions coming in. Still waiting on some more. If you guys are out there watching, please ask your questions away. You want to talk about right before we came live, Josh? You were telling me about some breaking news about the venue and what the city's going to do for you guys. You want to talk about some of that?
Yeah, the Clinton Tourism Association has decided to go ahead and donate the Benson Center, or the Benson Conference Center. Excuse me. This place is huge and amazing. So we're going to have an incredible indoor venue with a big giant stage. We're going to have vendors lined up on sides with product there for everybody. We're going to have a big screen up behind the stage where everybody can see. You know, if you're going up on the stage, we're going to see your fish. We're going to put Tourney X up on the big screen TV behind you. We may not be like BASS where we can hold up our bass and show them off there, but we can show off some pictures, and so we're going to do that. Yeah. So everybody that goes up on stage, we're going to show off their pictures, and we're going to have food provided there. We're going to have a big banquet for everyone. It's going to be free of charge. We're going to be giving away tons of free raffle product and prizes. The sponsors that have stepped up to donate for this tournament is insane.
don't you run through some of them real quick?
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, first off, I also want to thank KDKD Radio because they're going to be an hourly big bass sponsor for this tournament. And we're going to be paying out $100 cash per hour for the big bass, thanks to KDK Radio. And they've got...
Here's a question for that. Can I sandbag my big fish, let's say from 9 a.m. and strategize like some people used to do on KBN? Or do I need to submit my big fish right away?
Submission time. It's going to go by submission time.
So I can hold it.
You want to hold it and take that gamble, then that's on you.
All right.
But, yeah, and not only on that $100 per hour cash prize, we're also going to give out some sponsor product as well. So we're looking at about $150 total per hour for an hourly big bass. Plus, we're going to do an overall big bass winner, too, which is going to be 100% of the big bass pot.
So that hourly big bass is not coming out of entry fees? That radio station's covering that?
That's correct.
That's legit.
Crazy concept. Sponsor covering them side paid out. Oh,
yeah. And so since all the big bass entry money is going to go towards the overall winner, so we're looking at a couple $1,000s for the overall big bass winner. So on top of that, but yeah, as far as the sponsors go, I mean, we've got Frog Togs. We're going to be giving away some new canoe. We're going to be giving away a canoe or a kayak, new canoe kayak.
Big plastic kayak.
Hey, we can call it canoe. It's all right. You started as a canoe.
No, New Canoe's done a lot to help us out. Luz, Strike King, Berkeley, Shimano, Jinko, St. Croix Rods, Daiwa, Hook, Humminbird, and Garmin. We're going to be giving away some fish finders.
Wow. Yeah, Jeff's on there.
Missile Baits, Plano. Let's see, Abu Garcia, Z-Man, Eagle Claw, Gamakatsu, Rapala, VMC. And that's just what we've got right now so far. Oh, Falcon Rods. I didn't mention those, did I?
Pretty good list.
Y'all wrote it. It sounds like a man could come up there or a woman and pay an entry fee and walk away with something whether they caught a fish or not.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, we're going to give away so much stuff that it's going to be, and that's the way we want it, Even if you don't tear them up, it's still going to be a fun experience, and we still want you to come just hang out, and enjoy the fellowship, with everybody else.
What's the date again?
The date is, the All-American is November 7th, and if you want to qualify without the angler gear points, the open shootout is November 6th.
How many from the shootout? Does it depend on how many enter?
Top 50%.
Top 50%, okay.
Yep, top 50% are going to advance, and the entry fee to the shootout is $50. And if you go ahead and you make that top 50%, then you don't have to pay any extra to get into the main event. The main event entry fee is $150. So if you qualify through that open shootout, you're just going to need to pay another $100 to get in. All the payouts for the open shootout is going to be sponsor product only. All that entry fee money is going to roll into the main event.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. If you qualify, you're not just fluffing up the pie. You actually get to put your entry fee towards it, so that's good.
Right. Exactly, and it grows the actual All-American payout.
Yeah, because the bottom 50 helps grow it. That's nice.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly, and that's what's going to help grow the payouts because, being the first year doing this, we don't have any huge cash sponsors, throwing money at us. So we're doing this on our own. So
sounds like you got a lot of sponsors though.
Well, and we got a lot of good product. We got a lot of amazing product to give away.
Famous cash.
We're missing that Pond Warrior though.
Oh
yeah. What's Pond Warrior gonna do? Throw in on this?
I might have to talk to you after this. I don't know.
I'll get y'all
on the spot. He's on the spot.
I'll get y'all some KBN decals to give away. That's the best I can do.
Perfect.
Give that to the loudest trash talker at the weigh-in or whatever. You can give that to them.
But yeah, if you guys want to talk about payouts and money, though, we're talking if we've got 200 people that show up, first place is going to get $14,000.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah. We're going to pay out the top 10. We're going to pay out the top 10 regardless of how many people show up. So that's just going to crank up the money. I know a lot of people like to pay out deeper, and that's kind of the way, but this is the way we're going to do it this year. Top 10, that way we can get some big money. The top 3 are going to get paid.
That used to be a big deal back in I want to say even a year or two ago when people wanted a little more stretched out, more evenly across. And that's what we're gonna do. Top 10.
Yeah, we're gonna do top 10.
Now, going to be any sponsor prizes? Sponsor prizes to go down below that or anything? If you don't make, say if you're top 20?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yes, sir. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're just doing cash for the top 10.
Okay, but if you pay out prizes that are valuable prizes down to the top 25, based. That's awesome. It's still still get some value for it. So cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's $150 entry fees. Really not that much compared to a lot of these big tournaments that are going on. Right now, that's kind of the lower end, actually, for the payout. Because, I mean, we've got 30-some clubs signed up, and, for the payouts, let's just say if we've got 250 people show up, first place is going to get $17,500.
What's 10th place going to get?
10th place is going to get his entry fee money back. He's basically going to get $250.
Yeah. So we're going to go top heavy then.
Top heavy. Yep, this is a very top heavy tournament. Top 5 are getting paid. Top 3 are going to really cash out.
Dang,
but everybody else is going to get some good product though. Like I said, we've got rods and fish finders and tackle packs and all kinds of stuff.
You said you got 32 clubs signed up. What part of the country is represented? Do you got them from all over the place? You got East Coast people signed up yet, or?
It's right now. It's a lot of the Midwest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's anywhere from Minnesota down to Texas, and over to Tennessee and Colorado. So right now, what I've got is pretty much the Midwest.
I got you. Well, we need some East Coasters that are watching from the nation to jump on there. I know there's a bunch of anglers in the Southeast and on the East Coast and even the Northeast. I know the Northeast is a stretch; it's way out there, but man. What a thing you can provide for your anglers that don't get to travel to be able to qualify for something like this. So hit up Josh or Tyler and get in this thing. Doesn't cost anything, right? You just be an affiliate.
Nope. Doesn't cost anything.
Dive in.
Yeah. See, so sign up. Even if people don't want to go, maybe one person will want to go if they live in Maine.
Right.
What about roll downs? They're going to be in roll downs. Let's say top 10, 3 out of the top 10 of my AOY can make it. Can I give those 3 to the next 3 on the list, or?
Yeah, we're going to do roll downs.
All right.
Why not?
All right.
I mean, it's like Josh said. It's a grassroots. Let's get people involved. We might find somebody in that 12, 13 spot that gets a roll down that might be the next one on the big trail.
Happy as shit to get that in. Yeah. I know
exactly,
that's my first one to the first tournament champion I went to, I think 2017 maybe, something like that. It was a roll down, and I took it and I was happy as shit. I'm like, shit, I'm going to Lake Fort.
Yeah.
I think I go like 2 fish, but I was happy. I don't care.
Oh, that lake is brutal.
It can be.
I freaking love it. I love it and I hate it. I love going there.
Yeah.
We'll be there in 2 weeks, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Are you guys affiliating with any large organizations? Like, I mean, could the Hobie BOS send their top 10 too if they wanted to, if they asked, or if you guys partner with them, or how's that going to work? Is it just for the local club?
Yeah, I mean, for any trail series that meet the requirements of three tournaments with 10 people, I mean, we've extended an invitation out to the Hobie side of things, but I think they're kind of getting on their own thing, so they're not going to be part of it. I haven't really reached out to Chad Hoover with KBF about it yet, but they're more than welcome to, sure.
Right. I
mean,
something
just because they're up there on the upper echelon doesn't mean they can't participate. Right. I mean, sure.
I don't know when when's the Hobie TOC is right about the same time too, I think, so that may be a problem.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's a couple weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
So anyway,
let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, the more the merrier. The more they can get in the merrier. I just wondered if it was closed down to just local clubs, or if it was any large organization could send their top 10 if they wanted to as well.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Any trail series that meets the requirements can come. It's about the guys getting together and hanging out and fishing. There's going to be some cool giveaways and some cash to be won, but it's about the experience. I mean, just relaxing.
Hey, one of your Missouri guys, Richie, just chimed in and asked about the lake boundaries. You guys touch on that?
Yeah, our rules are, I mean, the Army Corps of Engineers has an established boundary for this lake, and we've got a map posted up that, and I can get that linked up too. But basically, if you launch within bounds, you can go anywhere you can paddle to. There is no out of bounds as long as you launch inbounds. So there's a ton of rivers and creeks on this lake. So if you launch on the lake and want to go up a creek, you can paddle up as far as you want, even though it's past the Army Corps of Engineers established boundaries.
But you can't launch up and float down?
No, you cannot. Not like, I mean, I know KBF does it like that, where you can launch out of bounds and then float inbounds and start fishing. We're doing it just the opposite. You got to launch inbounds and then paddle, and you can go anywhere you can paddle.
Is it,
as long as you can.
Is it motor power too?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah, electric motor.
Anywhere you can motor or paddle or pedal. So
as long as you don't have to portage, then you can go wherever you can go.
No portage rule. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
And explain portaging for the folks at home that try to argue what that means.
If you are paddling or motoring and your kayak runs aground in 4 inches of water, and there's no way to go any farther upstream without picking up your kayak and dragging it across a gravel bar or some log jams, that's portaging.
Yeah, I've heard some people argue that and say, well, you know, it could have floated through there, but I got all my stuff in it and I had to get out and push it.
Oh, well, yeah, you could have floated it if it was in flood stage, too. You know, you say a lot of things.
So we're going standard rules across the board, like just 5 fish, face to the left, the whole deal.
Yep.
Any new special rules that we should be aware of?
No, it's all just standard rules.
An inch button on the vest or something, none of that?
No, if you mouth closed, any kind of open mouth's going to get an introduction. That's about it. I mean,
move your feet. Move your feet if you measure the same fish.
Yeah,
Christine.
I think everybody that's going to be there is going to pretty much know how to do it.
Hog troughs and catch boards, same old deal?
Hog troughs and catch boards only.
All right, what about that new catch board? Is it good? That plastic
one?
Oh,
yeah, that yellow one.
Yeah.
No fish sticks. I don't trust that.
Easy. I don't.
Them Jeffs people, be careful.
Yeah, I know what you mean on that. That's been a big problem with that joint.
It's foldable. I mean, I haven't tried it out yet. I don't know. It just seems it's foldable. I just don't see how that's accurate.
I'll tell you the biggest problem with it, to be honest with you, because I have one and don't use it, is the latch in the middle. It actually creates a hump. You can actually lose inches because the tail has to go over that, and you can actually lose it. I don't use it because of that, but it's handy if creek fishing.
Even if you put a little bit of weight on the middle of it, then you can go down and you can gain a little bit.
No, that actually is the opposite. It actually loses inches still.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it out.
Yeah, it would lose you inches.
Yeah, it loses you inches still if you squeeze it down. But either way, it's good for like throwing in your backpack to go creek fishing or something. But I don't use it in tournaments either, so I understand what y'all are saying. I guess I'll probably be off the team at the end of this stream, but that's okay.
I'll give you a break. You're doing pretty good.
We speak truth, right?
Blame me for it.
Yeah, any more questions out there from anybody? We got people saying stay in your boat, lake boundaries. Katie dropped the TFC on there.
A lot of anglers calling out their tournament directors, telling them to sign up. So
yeah, we're gonna have some. We're trying to really promote this too. We might have a video crew out there. We're definitely gonna have a couple camera boats on site and some drones flying around. We're gonna try and. I know I'm going to be out on the water trying to get some footage of anglers while they're competing, and so we're going to have some stuff for those guys that they can use to help promote themselves too. Because that's important too.
Hey, James just asked, do the clubs get 10 spots including the director, or 10 spots and a director and the sportsman?
Yeah, you get 10 spots, 2 directors, and then the sportsman.
I'll say so potentially 13 anglers could make it. Okay, that's good. So it's not included in the 10.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus the roll.
And the directors. Yeah, and the directors can do with their spots whatever they want. So.
Okay.
So if I'm a director and I can't make it, I can give it to another angler that wants to go. There you go.
Yep.
Can you sell it?
Raffle it off.
Raffle it off? No, I'm just kidding. Well, like
$5 higher.
For instance, Taylor Frizzell's he's our president and tournament director this year for our club. And he's decided to sit out every tournament and just judge fish every tournament, which is awesome for him, but he don't get to qualify for nothing. So now,
now he can go.
Take a spot, and he deserves it.
Sure. Yep, and that's exactly why we did it.
Yep.
Josh, did you clarify the opportunity for guys to fish the open? I think you already talked about that as far as the shootout part.
Anybody can come fish the open. Anyone.
Yeah, anyone top 50% of the Open make it.
Yep.
And then the $50 entry fee goes towards the All-American Championship.
Yep.
Not okay. There's no cash payout. There's none of that. You fishing straight up for a spot to get into the All-American.
You are fishing for prizes. We're going to give away prizes.
Prizes, gotcha. Okay, not bad.
James said, "What's the trophy going to be like? Like a championship belt, big trophy?"
Oh, it's going to blow. It's going to blow those championship belts away. If you've seen what Everhorse has done in the past with some of their trophies, it's going to be pretty amazing. Yeah. They're going to be awesome.
The team one's going to be like that too. Is it going to be like that? Don't be bringing that thing out, Tyler.
There's the champ.
Is that the TOC one?
That's where I met Mr. Cole. Was at that TOC. I got to shake his hand as he won that tournament.
Yep.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Tell us a little bit about you guys. Josh, you've been doing this for a little bit, right? And this year you just went crazy, and now you're doing Moyak team event, and you're doing all kinds of stuff. What's going on with all that?
Yeah, I mean, with Moyak, we've got the trail series going on. We've got a two-man buddy team trail series and the online series going this year. So now I've had to step away from competing in Moyak just so I can help run these events.
How are you going to manage three entity, or is the same entity doing three separate events plus the All-American plus your own fishing? Is it life that good like that, or you got time to do all that?
Man, I've got a lot of gray hair right now. I'll tell you what. I'm also the Missouri Bassmaster kayak director, so I'm setting up the Bassmaster State Championship for Missouri too. So I'm working with BASS at the same time. But yeah, a little busy.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to Logan Martin. That's when my season kicks off. So,
Tyler, what you up to?
Actually doing the Bass Open Series, the Bass Nation Open Series director for lacrosse this year.
And you're one of the main guys that put that whole thing together, right?
Yeah. One of the first ones, it was me and Steve and Pat and Dwayne, Ben. And I mean, it's been coming together really well, so.
Still doing stuff with the Iowa guys?
I kind of stepped back as a director this year, was going to focus more on fishing. And then Josh kind of brought this up, so I'm like, I'll just come down and we'll knock this thing out of the park. It's always been something that's been dear to me because it was my first breakout win, and so I really want to do that. I'm gonna focus on a lot more national tournaments this year. So if you don't have me on fantasy, you're in trouble.
I have a question for Tyler though.
Same here.
Being a TOC champ that you are. There's two Lake Fork events coming within a couple of weeks apart from each other. Where do you win it? Give it up. Don't hold back. Tell us where you won it at.
Off of 19 Bridge.
19 Bridge.
Yep. If you go up Highway 19, look to your left. There's a creek channel. And I actually went there on Wednesday and caught a ton of fish in that creek. And the morning of the tournament, Friday morning, or no, whatever morning it was, a duck boat went straight up it, and it was like 5 foot deep, mudded the whole thing up. I fished for 5.5 hours opening morning and never had a bite, and turned and went off to this flat not too far from it, right around the corner. You could literally sit there and bank fish and put up 97 1/4 in about 3 hours.
No big deal.
No.
Nothing.
There you go, guys. Bridge 19. Go there.
Everybody's on Google right now.
Yeah, everybody's looking it up right now as they speak.
I swear to God. Giving up the juice, Tyler.
Don't block the
everybody remember that we're going to a fork in November and March. February, March. That was in November. So,
Yeah.
Things.
It's still, at that pool, it was 3 feet of water.
Yeah.
Definite spawning flat.
Well, that's cool.
It's supposed to be up about a foot right now. So
everybody's going to be crowded up in there.
Might be good.
Yeah, then that'll be sitting in about 4.5 feet of water. And then there's some really good creek channels that run through there.
All right, I'll be looking that up just to see now. I got to see where that was. Hey, we got some more questions coming in. Brian Hillman asked if the 1103 is legal. Is that the Torquedo, I guess he's talking about?
Yeah, as soon as Torquedo and Hobie get that worked out. I think they made an announcement today that they're going to do some testing to see if those ratings need to be changed.
What do y'all think about tournament series?
Nice try, Brian.
Trying to police that, because a lot of these boats aren't even rated for motors, and they're slapping them
Oh, I
on there.
know.
So how do you
It's probably because it's a fucking kayak, and kayak are not supposed to have a fucking motor on it. But what do I
Yeah, it's going to be impossible to police. There's no way you can police that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because Bass, I know, is trying to. There's some regulations in there somewhere about the type of motor and thrust and all that kind of stuff, but there's no talk about the kind of kayak that it's on. You know.
That's the big thing we're going through now, is trying to go manufacturer to manufacturer to see what is allowed, and it's going to take a little time to sort it out, but we're working hard at it behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's a tough deal. But I guess the answer Brian's question is TBD.
And there's a lot of people that pre-order the 1103, and they're pretty upset about it, and they're canceling more nights. So it's in Kito's best interest to figure that out quickly, so they don't keep listening to these orders.
Let me tell you this: I know there's some guys that just bought a Hobie 360 and then slapped that on there. You're talking about like $8,000 worth of stuff for a dang. Why would you buy that and put that on there? I don't get that. But hey, more power to you if you got that kind of cash for a kayak.
7.5 miles an hour. That's why.
Yeah.
It's still slow as hell comparatively.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it'll never hit a rock like Wanahoo.
Woo, man.
Yeah, you know about that, don't you, Jeff?
Let me tell you something. I proved the durability of that drive that day, son.
There is no doubt.
Yes, you did.
I've never been so scared.
I heard that from 400 yards away.
Yeah. Everybody just cruised by me like, see you, man. Hope you're all right. That was messed up.
That was an epic moment that we should have really got better video coverage of.
I was hauling. Look,
nobody knows unless you were there.
I was screaming out in front of everybody, and wham, dead stop. But it was funny. I think
James France.
Go ahead, Dave.
No, I say Christine said something funny to me on the way by too. I can't remember what it was, but it was nice, but it was like almost like condescending at the same time. But anyway.
James Francis got a question. Are Bama rigs legal in this championship? I'm going to assume that it's whatever the state allows or what?
3 hooks, yeah. It's allowed, but you can only have 3 hooks.
That's what Missouri allows, 3 hooks? Cheap.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody asked how many rods you can carry. I've never heard that asked before.
Me neither. That was a new one.
Almost means you can carry on your kayak, I guess.
Yeah.
110.
You can only have one in the water at once, so.
Yeah. No, is trolling allowed? We didn't ask that.
Yeah, with 1 rod.
One
yes.
rod? Okay, trolling between spots.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we don't want to limit guys, you know. We want to have all these tons of rules that limit anglers. We want people to go out and fish.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to troll, go ahead.
And the less rules, the less to police, too. You know what I mean? It gets tough when you're trying to police a bunch of different weird subtleties.
Takes the fun out of it, too.
Any more questions out there, y'all? Hit them up. We only got them for a short time tonight, so they're willing to answer. And if you have a club director that is not involved with this, be sure you
hit them up.
Beat the bushes. Make them do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is shoot me a message. Tell me your tournament director's name and your club, and you're in. Simple as that.
We've got a lot of new people showing up late, and we're talking 3 live events with at least 10 in attendance, correct?
Yeah, that is the requirements for a club to be affiliated.
Online only does not qualify it.
That's right.
If it's a mix of the 2, online and live, as long as they do 3 lives, it's good to go. Yep. On Warrior Live, coming soon.
Pre-fish rules? Did we go over that yet? Somebody just asked, what are the pre-fish rules?
You can pre-fish all the way up until 4 p.m. the day before, which is Friday. So pre-fishing ends at 4 p.m. on November 6th.
So basically during the shootout, they can pre-fish until it's over.
Yeah, you can pre-fish during the shootout. You can pre-fish from a boat. You can pre-fish out of anything you want.
Oh, so you can pre-fish from a bass boat if you want to?
Yep.
Okay. Mother-shipping allowed?
Wide open.
No mother shipping. That would be not. Yeah. No.
I guess that'd be more. If you're already in the boat, that'd be more trouble than it's worth, I guess, right?
Oh yeah. Well, you're already fishing a boat. I mean, but if you're going to run a boat really quick around Truman, you better make sure you know what you're doing. You might lose your prop.
A lot of trees.
Oh yeah. It's a lot like Fork, only a little different. You know, there's trees everywhere, but you got rivers everywhere too. So
Clear water up there.
Yep.
Perfect place for B360.
I would imagine that the water temp around that time of the year is going to be right around 60, 62 degrees, if I had to guess. So, on average.
It's going to be November. It could get a little chilly, too, depending on what's going on.
Yeah. It's not as bad. It shouldn't be too bad.
It'd be good camping weather, man. Big campfire.
Yeah.
Good.
Here in Missouri, that's October, November is nice fall weather. So, it's not, winter doesn't kick in yet under normal conditions. Who knows? It could be a blizzard, but that would suck.
It'll be like
Tim Gurley. Tim Gurley wants to know if there's going to be a captain meeting on both events.
Yes, there will be. Yeah. There'll be It'll be at Everhorse Outdoors store in Clinton, Missouri. It'll be at 7 p.m. on November 6th for the guys that are in the Shootout Open, and then on November 7th we'll do it at the same place, same time, 7 p.m. And we'll have food there as well too for everybody.
You guys feeding everybody like
we're
the tournament?
We're feeding everybody Friday night. And we're feeding everybody Saturday night after the tournament.
Man, hey, let me tell you something. Anglers love food, but they love especially free food. So that's nice.
Barbecue,
BBQ, Missouri barbecue.
Yep.
Michael DeBruin asks, "Will I need to join a state club in order to fish the qualifier the day before the event?"
No, the qualifier is open to anyone.
Is there any age handicap pertaining younger guys, 16, 14?
What do you mean handicap?
Under 18.
Minimum
is there
age?
any under? Yeah.
Oh, minimum age? Yeah, it's 14 with parental consent.
14. I think that's it.
Yeah. Any more questions, y'all? Throw them in there.
Yeah, and we've actually got several young teenagers that are wanting to fish in this, and with Moyak too. So as long as their parents are cool with it and they want to sign that release form, and we're fine with that. We want kids to come fish.
Yeah, a lot of these local clubs have a bunch of high school anglers. I mean, here at NSKA, we've got high school anglers that halfway dominate the dang tournament circuit. Make a part-time income around here, so they definitely want to be able to come to.
Yeah, we don't want to discourage teenagers from wanting to be involved. So, yeah, come on out and fish.
Any more questions, y'all? Let us have them. Not going to keep these guys too much longer. We've been going about 45 minutes. It's been a great night. We've got a bunch of good questions answered. I think we've got the info out, more importantly, so that people can ask their tournament directors to get a hold of you guys. Along the scroll at the bottom, I've got the Moyak Fishing Series website there. Is that the best place to go for info?
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Yeah, and we've got a Facebook group as well, the All-American Kayak Classic on Facebook.
You got a group too. There's a group, going group, so make sure you join that group.
Yeah, all the lead tournament directors are in that group, and that's going to be our main hub for releasing information as it comes out too. Is on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. If anybody's got that link, drop it in there. I don't know if Katie's still on or not.
Katie, go get it.
Katie, go get it. Yeah. But pretty easy to find. Just search the All-American Kayak Classic on Facebook. You'll be able to find it.
Yep.
Go to Moyak. And do you guys have a regular season event for Moyak up there, or no?
Yeah, we have a trail event on Truman. It's on June 27th.
Okay.
So we'll be up there before then.
Got a little chance to check it out before then if you're in the area.
Yeah.
Richie asked about minimum length for this tournament.
10 inches.
10 inches?
10-inch minimum length, yep.
Okay.
I got a question. Is this going to be a KBF National Championship qualifier event?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, probably not.
I know there's a lot of KBF guys out there. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule it out, but I don't think so.
Yeah. I like the idea that you guys are just your own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep it that way.
David. But I mean, I think that's neat that it's no one's having to pick and choose. They can just fish their local club, qualify for this, and show up, and there's no additional membership requirements. They can just show up and fish. That's awesome.
Katie just dropped that link on the comments.
There we go.
Katie,
awesome.
I swear. Whenever you run into Katie on the tournament trail, anybody that watches these KBN lives, if you run into her anywhere, buy her a dang Diet Coke or Subway, whatever she wants. Hook her up. She wants a Modelo.
Put her on the payroll.
Yeah. Next time I see her, I think she'll be at Fort for sure. We're We'll be at Lake Fork Marina. See if she's there. I'll buy her a slice of apple pie or something. She needs her something.
There you go.
Them apple pies are fire, though. So.
Yeah, they are pretty good down there.
My pants never fit when I get back from Lake Fork, ever.
I can relate.
Yeah, I go down there with plans of being like, all healthy and streamlined, and then boom, 8 cheeseburgers and a whole pie later, I'm done.
Man, they got good food there at Lake Fork Marina. That restaurant right there, that's got some good food.
Oh, Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Tequila. Okay, she said tequila.
Yeah.
You get like that.
But yeah, I also wanted to give a big shout out to Everhorse Outdoors in Clinton. I mean, none of this would be possible without them. They're going so far above and beyond and are not getting anything in return out of it except, a little bit of exposure and some people up there. But, they're really putting this out there for the anglers, and I really want to commend them for that. Not many big companies step up and do that without wanting anything in return. And, yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, really, Everhorse they're the ones that are going to knock us out of the park. It ain't me. It ain't Tyler. It's them. So thank you guys. And you'll see, everybody will see when we get up there. Their store is amazing. It's like Bass Pro. In fact, I would think it's probably better than several Bass Pros in this country.
So is there any way to give them some business? Can we link them up, or do they sell online, or how's that work?
Yeah, their website. I'll pull that up. Yeah,
Pull it up, Josh. Let's go, Marine.
Everhorse Outdoors. Marines aren't really good at technology. I hope you know that. They're just fucking dumb grunts.
Yeah, I should have had it on point, but I'm sure you can just look it up, Everhorse Outdoors.
Yeah, Everhorse Outdoors.
Hey, you ain't going to believe this. Katie already dropped it in the comments. Both.
Oh, man.
Both.
She's awesome.
She dropped the website and the Facebook page in the comments. So
NBA Jam. She's on fire.
I don't know how she got the fastest thumbs in the United States. She's probably good at like flipping jigs and stuff with them thumbs.
Yeah, she's on there. She's got the Facebook page on there.
That's so funny. But yeah, go give them some business. That's how we pay sponsors back. The only way you can really pay them back is to go give them business. Whatever trail you fish, whatever club you fish, go spend that money with those sponsors. Diana Dobbs said Everhorse in Clinton is awesome for the kayak anglers, so that's cool.
Yeah, they are.
Any place like that recognizes our sport for what it is. We've got shops here in Fayetteville that will straight up tell you that the kayak guys spend more money than anybody else when they come in there. Maybe it's because they don't have a big boat payment. I don't know.
Yeah,
I stopped by Russell Marine Products today earlier, and I had a guy on the phone that knew all about the Lake Fork BASS kayak tournament on the 14th of March. So it's out there. It's grown so much. It's crazy to think that kayak fishing it's reaching so many people that don't even kayak fish. It's crazy.
And we're going to be out there with MLF too. MLF's going to be on for it the same week.
Yeah.
Makes pre-fishing easy, buddy.
Pick a pro to follow.
That's it.
Yeah.
MLF
Turn
Live.
TV on.
That's going to be fun. Well, David, you want to hit on anything Pond Warriors got coming up before we get out of here tonight, man?
Pond Warriors got a opener event. It's in MLF style, all you can catch event with a minimum of 10 anchors on a pond. There's no more handicap, as big as you can fish. That's all. It's available for you to fish. All you can catch is on Tourney X. Check it out. Sign up right now. It's going to be on April 26th. And then one of our sponsors is Russell Marine Products. And they have a pretty cool program right now where you can turn in your old electronics and get your new ones and use that credit from the old one onto the new one. Save you some money. You don't have to spend all that money onto a new electronics. Fishing season's right here right now. Get it done. RussellMarineProducts.com. Check it out. Pond Warrior, at Pond Warrior on Facebook. Sign up for my event. That's all I got.
Yeah. Hey, check out Cruz's new channel. He's got some good content dropping on that new
Coming
channel
out
there. Pond Warrior TV, yeah? Pond Warrior TV on YouTube. Check him out.
YouTube. Pond Warrior TV on YouTube. That's right.
Yeah. Well, Josh, Tyler, you guys got anything else for us?
See y'all at Logan Martin.
Martin, all right. Well, Josh, you guys, I appreciate you taking the time, and more than anything, I appreciate you putting this event together. I'm pumped up about it. Everybody else pumped up about it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I might be there.
You better be.
I'm going to be there.
If I make it to TOC, I got to save my money for TOC, but I'll be there.
You'll be there. You'll be there, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we're going to wrap it up, guys. Once again, thank you. This will be available on the podcast probably tomorrow, unless I decide to stay up late tonight and get it uploaded. And if you are listening to this on the podcast, help us out and review it and subscribe over there as well. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up. We're out of here, guys. Thanks for watching.